Okay, let's talk for a minute about negative bias. So there's been a bunch of research done. And if you show people two different sets of pictures, if you show somebody a picture of babies and flowers and puppies and generally positive images, then you show them images of something negative, people will focus on the negative photo 2.5 times longer than the positive photo. This is what researchers have dubbed negative bias. Now, what does this have to do with coaching? We do call listening exercises, and this is where we will have a group of leaders come together, usually 10 to 12 people. We'll listen to a conversation between a rep and a customer, and we'll assess what they did well and what might be improved. And it's always fascinating how when we are done listening to the conversation, tell us about that conversation. What did you like? We always start with the positives, the bright spots. And people will inevitably start off with, I thought they did this well, but they could have improved this. Or sometimes they just skip straight to, well, they missed this part. They didn't do this well. They forgot to say this at the end, and they focus on all the negative things. That's our negative bias coming through inside of our active listening. So as coaches, it's really important that we recognize we're going to be focused on the negatives. We have to retrain our brain to find the positives. If all we ever focused on inside of our coaching is negative, no wonder coaching has this really negative reputation. Our goal as coaches should be to change that, to make coaching a positive experience, something people actually look forward to every week. Now, let's flip the script and look at the employee side of this, because they also have negative bias. Here's how it shows up inside of a coaching conversation. You observe them talking to a customer. At the end of that conversation, you're going to start off with, so what do you think you did really well in that conversation? And we often hear employees start off with, well, it went okay, but I could have done this better, or I should have done that. Or when the customer said this, I should have responded with this. Again, is their negative bias showing up inside of the coaching. So as a coach, it's your job to get them back on track. Here's one quick tip on how you can do that. When somebody starts going down the negative path, you could simply say something like, listen, there's going to be some things that we could work on improving together. But right now, I just want to focus on the positives. So what's one thing that you're really proud of that you did in this conversation? Then stop talking. Get them to reframe their thinking from negative to positive. And that's how you can tackle negative bias inside your employees. So again, as coaches, really important that we're retraining ourselves to find the positives, and we help our employees focus on the positives by reframing the way that they are seeing themselves inside of their conversations.